Chapter 10. The Terrifying Power of Ancient Medicinal Herbs. 100 kilos of rice, 100 kilos of flour, and 100 kilos of vegetables, altogether. Hiroshi's voice was cold and resolute as he spat out a number. 8 million. That's my friendly price. Hiroshi, are you out of your mind? Momo screamed, enraged. Fine. Keep your rotten food. We'll find it elsewhere. I refuse to believe we can't get food without you. Ignoring Momo's outburst, Hiroshi hung up the phone. He never intended to sell the food to her anyway, even if she was willing to pay the exorbitant price. His earlier words were merely to toy with her. The current situation was uncertain, and his farm's radiation-resistant crops were unlike ordinary food. If news of them spread, it could attract unwanted attention and dangerous greed. Hiroshi was not yet strong enough to fend off potential threats, and being targeted now would bring endless trouble. However, Momo's call did confirm something. Food shortages outside were becoming severe. The market must be devoid of supplies, or she wouldn't have called him. He was right. Despite the government's efforts to mobilize reserve food stocks, no one knew when this disaster would end, prompting nationwide panic buying and hoarding. The moment fresh supplies arrived, they were immediately snapped up. Unless the soil's toxins were neutralized, the eventual depletion of stored food would lead to new crops failing to grow, and famine would once again loom like a monstrous specter. Time passed swiftly. 2 days later, Hiroshi woke early, brimming with energy, and hurried to the planting area. Today was the day the ancient medicinal crops would mature. Eager to see the wonders of these third-level crops, he had been busy these past 3 days, replanting radiation-resistant crops and using acceleration agents. He had harvested 4 times, totaling 21,000 kilograms. He set aside 30 kilograms of each type and sent the rest into the recycling system, earning 210,000 points. With his accumulated points, he could finally afford a small spree in the system's store. Opening the greenhouse door, a potent aroma of medicinal herbs greeted him even before he saw the crops. The fragrance was subtle yet soothing, calming his mind and easing his heart. Inside the greenhouse, a small plot had been specially designated, separate from the radiation-resistant crops. This 4-square-meter plot held 12 carrots, their leaves shimmering like jade, emitting a gentle, pleasant scent. Ancient medicinal carrots. Growth level, 100. Effects. Eliminates all toxins, illnesses, and negative effects. Storage time. Unlimited. Description. As long as you're still breathing, I'm your mobile ICU. Reading the description, Hiroshi was stunned. His hands trembled involuntarily. These were no mere vegetables. They were treasures of nature. In the realm of martial arts novels, they were akin to the mythical elixirs that could cure all poisons and heal grievous wounds. Hiroshi could envision the uproar these would cause in the medical community. Compared to these, even 100-year-old ginseng and 1,000-year-old lingzhi would pale in significance. One phrase eliminates all toxins, illnesses, and negative effects, including irreversible damage, could outperform thousands of known medicines. In essence, with these, any terminal illness could be cured. Even if someone drank a bottle of paraquat or swallowed rat poison, they wouldn't die. This extraordinary effect was truly worthy of the title Ancient Medicinal. Hiroshi carefully dug up the 12 ancient medicinal carrots with a small hoe, cradling them as if they were the world's most precious treasures. They've been stored in the system's inventory. They can be accessed and used at any time. Can these ancient medicinal crops detoxify the radiation in the other crops? Hiroshi pondered aloud, a plan forming in his mind. He decided to test them. He was not one to trust blindly. Although the ancient medicinal crops seemed powerful in their descriptions, he needed to verify their efficacy. If the system had any errors or exaggerated the effects, it could be disastrous when he truly needed them. Contemplating this, Hiroshi decided to experiment when he had time. Finding radiated plants was easy, and he could get a pig from the slaughterhouse for testing. Let's check my stats. Hiroshi reviewed his status panel. After consuming radiation-resistant crops for 3 days, he felt his strength increase, his body lighten, and his fatigue diminish. He knew this was due to the crop's enhanced physical effects. Hiroshi. Age, 22. Strength, 11. Intelligence, 11. Speed, 11. Stamina, 11 out of 11. Evaluation. This man is at his physical and mental peak. He is cautious and alert. His sister and dog are his dearest possessions. He may seem gentle, but do not cross his line, or you'll find he can be more terrifying than a demon. All his stats had improved by 1 point, showing significant progress. Reading his evaluation, Hiroshi couldn't help but laugh. Am I really that scary? He thought of himself as quite gentle, especially with his sister. Just then, a piercing alarm from the patrol guard interrupted his thoughts. Warning! Warning! Someone is attempting to breach the perimeter. Hiroshi's expression hardened, his eyes turning cold.